Yes, I'm ready. So one of the questions, and after I'm done, people can unmute to ask questions. We'll try to go one at a time, so we don't have everybody talking all at once. But one of the questions was, what are our COVID numbers right now? So up in St. Lawrence County, we have nobody that I know of that we support has been positive, other than at the Maple Street IRA, the state operated IRA we do day-hab in, has had a number of people that have been positive. But in our residential program, no one's been positive yet. In regards to staff, we've had 40 people that have been tested over the last month. And out of those 40, 8 people were positive. And out of those 8 people that were positive, about 60% of them were people that have been vaccinated. So even though they were vaccinated, they still got COVID. What we're seeing is people that have been vaccinated, the symptoms aren't as bad. Now in Jefferson County, the numbers are just the opposite. Only, I think it's 20% of the people, and I think we have 10 staff that are positive in Jefferson, but only 20% of them are people that have been vaccinated. The other ones were people that were not vaccinated. So we're doing pretty good so far. A little scary in St. Lawrence because the numbers continue to be very high in the county with the number of people that are positive. A lot of that's because of the college students returning, I think. But they say that the numbers are reaching a peak and should start going down at some point soon. But right now they're still high. So we have put a pause on staff moving back and forth between the counties who normally don't work in that county. And tomorrow I'm going to make a decision if we're going to let staff go back to working normally like they were before. So one of the other questions that was on there was, because of the COVID numbers, are we going to be affected to do home visits again? So far, at this point in time, we're allowing home visits. That's not being impacted. Like I said, the Delta variant we think is going to peak here soon and start to go down. The more people we get vaccinated, and we're slowly getting the numbers up. St. Lawrence overall, with our staff, is doing very well. I think we're close to 75% of our staff in St. Lawrence are vaccinated. Not so good in Jefferson. I think we're in the low 50s in Jefferson County. But right now, people can still go home and do home visits. We are trying to limit people coming to the house, but home visits can take place as they have been. So is there any change in the status of people returning to day-hab? That was the other issue. So the main issue with day-hab reopening up in St. Lawrence County is staffing. So our staffing continues to be impacted. The vacancy rate in St. Lawrence is about 25%, which means for every 4 people we have, there's a staff missing. So that's impacted our ability to reopen day-hab, and also the lack of bus drivers to pick people up and bring them to program. So we're continuing to work on this. We are starting to see an uptick in applications. So we're getting more and more applications on a weekly basis than we have in the past. So hopefully we can fill some of those positions. Some of the things that we are doing to encourage people to sign on to work at the agency is we have raised our base rate up to $14 an hour. So it's gone up. Everyone went up about 8% earlier in the year in residential and day-hab and other programs. And we just did another 50 cent an hour increase recently to bring it up to $14 an hour. We'll continue to look at that base rate. Minimum wage is going to be going up to $13.20 on December 31st. So we've got to make sure that we're competitive with all the other organizations out there and job opportunities. So we'll continue to look at what we can afford to do there. There is some monies that will be coming from the state that will be able to provide some support to staff. The other thing we did was we're giving staff in day-hab and residential and bus drivers for staying on, a bonus at the end of each quarter. And then we're also looking at, we increased the sign-on bonus, referral bonuses until October 1st. We'll be looking at that again. So we're trying to do as much as we can to attract staff and also retain the staff that we have. So the OPWDD money, which will be earmarked for direct support professionals, there is a retaining effort in there that staff will be getting a one-time payment over the next couple of years for staying with the organization. We're just waiting for more guidance from the state when that's going to happen and what it exactly is. And there's also going to be a bonus for anybody who's vaccinated. So other question was, when's karate, Zumba going to be starting again? There's a room in Messina that was built just for these activities. Again, that's contingent upon staffing, but it's also contingent upon those people that provide that. As far as I know, Joe hasn't reached back out to start the karate classes back up again. We can check with him on that. As long as we can provide a safe environment, we don't have too many people all at once in the room. We use the masks and we do social distancing. Those activities should be able to start up again. We're probably going to shy away from the large activities like the dances and the parties until the numbers start to go down again for COVID. So just a couple other things that have been happening. Mike Borelli, who works in residential, or Dahab, excuse me, maybe both. He was selected as Direct Support Professional of the Year for the Arc of New York. So he's going to be recognized for that very soon. Heather Romanek, who's a self-advocate consultant in Jefferson County, she was selected as Self-Advocate of the Year for the Arc of New York. And we're going to recognize her today, actually. For awards that we give out as an agency for the Arc of Jefferson St. Lawrence, Jane Hewitt was selected as the Staff of the Year, and she works in residential. And then Jody Pacino, who works in the workshop in Ogdensburg, she was selected as the Self-Advocate of the Year for St. Lawrence County. So I want to congratulate all those people for their recognition and their awards. Now, I just say that we want to continue to encourage people to wear their masks. The guidance from OPWDD says we have to wear our masks. We have to social distance. And especially when we're out in the community, we want to make sure those masks are on. In regards to vaccination for the people, for you guys, we're doing very well. I think we're 100% of all people we support that live in our residences are vaccinated in St. Lawrence County. In Jefferson, about 96%. So we're doing real well with that. And again, not many people are, so far we have had minimal symptoms of people we support showing signs of COVID, and no one's been positive yet, other than those people in the state operative facility. So we had ordered 3 new wheelchairs several months ago. We're hoping that those will be here in the middle of October. Those are for residential sites. We also are going to be looking at replacing a few more of the vans that are out there that are older. Jefferson leases their vans, and we're turning in the 2016 or 17 vans here soon for new leases. We're going to purchase some of those for St. Lawrence. And we're waiting for 3 new buses, or some new buses also for our to-from transportation, as well as for our public transit. So those are the questions that we had, and those are some of the things that are going on. Now I'm going to open it up to questions. Ed, do you have any questions that you wanted to ask that you've heard about?
Okay, go ahead. Tell them about last night.
Okay, so last night. Okay. All right, thanks for the reminder, because I have that on my list too. So last night we had a town hall with families and people we support that work in the Ogdensburg work site. We were talking about a certificate that we get from the Department of Labor called 14C. And what that allows us to do is pay a special wage based on how well the person does when they're working. And there's a bill in the federal government in Congress that's looking to repeal that or take away that certificate. So we're fighting that, because if that did happen, a large portion of those people that work in the workshop would lose their jobs because we would not be able to pay minimum wage. This bill that's at Congress is down the road. It's not for 4 or 5 years that it would happen over time, but we want to make sure that we fight it now and make changes to it so that we don't jeopardize the people that are working there. The other thing we talked about, there was a question asked last night, New York Air Brake in Watertown is ending 125 jobs on their manufacturing line. And the concern is that going to impact our contracts? Because the Ogdensburg Work Center, that's all the contract that they do is the New York Air Brake hydraulic brake repair kit repackaging. We don't think it's going to impact us directly because those kits are necessary for the business the New York Air Brake's in across the country, or actually internationally. So they're still going to need those kits. We're hoping it doesn't impact us, and we're going to reach out and find out to make sure. But I think they're happy with what we do at the Ogdensburg site and the Watertown site. Ogdensburg pumps out a lot of kits every day. And I found out that Steve Bacino yesterday put out 600 himself. So the guys do a great job there. And I think the Air Brake's happy with us. So I think we'll continue to have that contract. We will continue to look for other job opportunities at both work centers. We're going to look at more pick and pack orders because everybody does a real good job at that. We're looking at other product lines that we can do that with. And we continue to reach out for businesses in the communities that we're involved in. So that meeting from last night will be on the website. So if anybody wants to watch it, it'll be there. So let's go around and open it up here. So Minor Street, if you want to click off, do you have any questions?
Okay, go ahead, you guys are on.
When can we do Watertown shopping?
You should be able to do Watertown shopping now, but I ended only the staff moving back and forth. If you practice, wear the mask, social distancing, you should be able to go to Watertown to shop.
Hi, this is Christina, the residence manager. I just got informed this morning that I can't take them to Watertown this weekend shopping.
All right, let me check.
They all had plans.
Okay, let me check with Tara and I'll get back to you guys.
Okay. And what was your question, Barbara?
Oh. Is it going to get over?
We don't have an answer for that, Barbara. We don't know that.
What's Barb's question?
She wants to know if COVID is going to be over.
Yeah, if I knew that answer, I'd buy a lottery ticket tomorrow, Barb. But yeah, it's hopefully, the more people get vaccinated, the less chances of the COVID developing into a new variant, and we'll get over this. So hopefully we'll get through this, and it went pretty good during the summer and came up again. Hopefully we'll be able to overcome it. It's been 18 months. I can feel everybody's pain. Everybody's tired of this. It's a pain in the keister. But hopefully we can get back to some form of normalcy by spring.
The other thing that they had asked me yesterday was if the increase in numbers was going to affect home visits again.
Nope, I already answered that. We'll have to wait and see. If the numbers continue to escalate and we start to see an impact in the agency, then yes, we probably will move to that. But right now, we're not.
Okay. You guys have any other questions for Howie? What's that, Barb?
I want to retire.
That's not what we're talking about, Barb.
You want to retire?
Yeah, she's still talking about retiring.
Yeah, me too, Barb.
Is that it? Kristen, do you have a question? No? You guys are good? All right, they don't have any more questions. Thank you, Howie.
All right, thank you. Let's move to Canton Dahab. Do you have any questions? There you go.
Hi, Laura.
Howie,
Yes,
last night I seen you on the thing.
you watched, you were on the town hall last night?
My sister's on telephone,
Oh, good.
and I said that must be Howie, the good-looking guy.
The good looking guy.
Yeah, you.
Yeah. Not bald like Todd, right?
Yeah, sorry, that's not like that. No, that's what he just said.
You're mine. You're mine, pal. You're really mine. You better send you prayer, boy.
I know one of them. Howie, I know one of them.
I'm not gonna lose my job either. Don't you just think about it.
Hey, Howie, I know him.
I
Yeah.
like Steve, I like everybody.
I know Ed.
Yep.
Hi, Ed.
What do you think about me now, Howie, baby?
All right, Todd, do you have any questions?
Well, I got one. When I have fun at Go and make everything on Halloween, you know, making a pumpkin, making a statue, and everything.
Yeah. You know,
What they gonna do now, big boy?
I'm gonna make a pumpkin with your face on it. How's that?
Yeah! All right, big boy, bring it on, baby. I'm waiting.
Okay. The other thing I forgot to mention is we have hired a lifeguard. So the pool will be open again soon for people to take part in that.
Yeah,
So
lifeguard, Howie.
yep, we got a lifeguard now.
Who's gonna be our lifeguard?
I'm not sure who it is, but we've hired one.
Okay.
I like you, Howie.
Okay, guys.
Have a good
I'm
minute.
happy.
Talk to you later.
Talk to you later, Howie. Bye.
God bless.
Okay, who else we got here? Messina? Patty, you want to come on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys got any questions?
Okay.
You have any questions?
Hope you have a good day. Good weekend. Happy Halloween to it.
Clint just wants to wish everybody happy Halloween.
Thanks, Pat.
And he said,
Yes, have a good weekend too. Have a good day. I hope you're a girl, boys.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome, friend. I hope I see you all out again. Good seeing you. I hope I see you all out again. Come in.
nice seeing everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have a good new day of the week and new end day of the weekend. Happy Halloween to you.
I know.
Hope I see you all out again.
See you
Good
later.
See you out there. Bye-bye. Oh.
Okay.
All right, Mike. Go ahead, Mike.
All right, go ahead, Mike.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
Since they have his opening, they told me 4 months I will be in soon.
Everyone else.
Everybody else is in there, but except for me.
Where's that?
Tell them where you're going. See them.
Messina Dahab.
Messina Dahab. Okay, so not everybody that lives people living in residences haven't all been brought back.
Yeah, except for me.
Yep, the priority's been people outside. We are going to continue to look at that. So Tara Carr, Cassie's retiring, and Tara Carr is going to be taking over the Dahab oversight. So I'll ask her what the plan is for that and get back to you.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Who else have I got here? Anybody else want to come on and ask a question that they haven't, just unmute yourself. Okay, well, you know, we're all eager to get back to work, get back to normal environment that we had before. Hopefully we'll be able to do so soon. Again, we've got to continue to hire staff, and we've got to continue to look for bus drivers to get people in there. We're working on it very hard, and hopefully we'll be able to increase the number of people coming in the day hab program and other programs here in the near future. Adam, I'll turn it over to you now, Ed, to close the meeting.
Thanks for coming and have a good day.
Okay, guys.
Everybody.
See you later.
Bye, everybody. Thank you. Thanks, Howie.